Hi, I'm Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today we're going to be discussing some SA daggers. So what I would highly recommend if you're going to collect SA daggers is to get a copy of this book. Not because I have it, not because I sell it, but truthfully, you don't need any other subject matter. This is the book showing you everything at this time that you need. It tells you all the makers, all the variants, all the rarity scale, everything. So you don't need another one. Just get this. Not because I have it, but because it's a good book. So in reference to the daggers, we have the mottos, as you can see on the blade. What you want to buy, if you can, is the darker motto, the better. Obviously, you have to be careful with people messing with them and making the mottos dark again. It's not as common. What happens is that when they've been polished by people cleaning them up thinking that they're going to make them better, they take out the darkening that is inside the motto. The darker the motto, the better. So for instance, this one here, which is a Hacko Berlin, has a really nice dark motto compared to this one here, which is still really good, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times they're polished right out and it's just not dark enough. So dealing with the blades here, what you want is to, if you go like this with the blade, and yes, I don't normally touch any blades with my hands because you have acid on your fingers, you don't want to leave any marks on the blades permanently. So if you do this, just wipe them off. So to see if it's been retipped, you do this, and you'll feel it in your fingers alone just by going like this to see if it's been retipped. The other way to tell if it's been retipped is that there's a spine going down the blade right here on all blades, on all SA blades, and it goes to the very tip right there. If it's been retipped, sometimes, well, no, if it's not done properly, which at 99% of the time it's not, you can see that it's uneven. So when they retip it, they sharpen one side more than the other. And what that does is it is what it is. They did get broken during the time, but you really prefer one that's not messed with, truthfully. These marks on the blades are runner marks from being taken in and out of the scabbard. They can be wiped down a bit, but it's metal on metal, so there's not much you can do about that. Next, we go to the other side, which is where the mottos are. This one is a Hacko Berlin, which is not ultra rare, it's just a nice maker. And on this one here, we have a Puma. And on this one here, we have a Von Brosi Steinberg. Now, out of the three of them, this is three only specific. This is the most common. This is the rarest. The book shows you the rarity scale for these. In reference to scabbards, there's two types. There's the anodized and there's the painted. So these two here are anodized. This is just worn off with time and abuse and use, and this is painted. Then we go over to the handle. We flip them over. They all have the SA symbol on and the eagle inset into the rosewood, mahogany, whichever. And they're all secured with a top nut. So these are enameled, the SA symbols. The eagles are obviously not. Nickel plated, good to go. You have two types of hangers. You have regular hangers and you have vertical hangers. I don't have a vertical hanger, I sold it. Vertical hanger goes here and has a strap that goes around the handle when it is inside the scabbard. It stops it from swinging around. Obviously, these are weak points because they're just straps, little straps of leather, whereas a vertical hanger hangs straight up and down. And when you're marching up and down the parade square like they do in Monty Python, it doesn't start swinging and break. So the problem with these is, it's not a problem, but people mess with stuff. So out of the three daggers here, one isn't right, meaning someone's messed with it. So if you take a look at the details on this Hacko Berlin one, you will see that there's differences in the gaps space here. And yet on these ones, they're nice and tight. Right to the edge on all of them, which is what you want to see. So I can't unfortunately take this apart because the screw's too tight, but you should not be seeing wood like that there. Someone's totally messed with this. And it goes everywhere because this doesn't fit in here properly. You'll see that wood lip there shouldn't be like that. Someone has totally messed with this and put this taking it apart and put it back together. On top of that, this scabbard's for sure been repainted. So one of the things to look for on these is the screws, because when the people do it, they use the wrong size screwdriver, or sometimes they replace the screws, I'm sure. But you got to check for the burr on the screws. Screws do get replaced, screws fall out, that happens. But in this case, this has been so badly messed with and repainted that it's blatantly obvious. So this is what's considered a parts dagger. I will not sell it as is. I will strip that apart and sell it for parts because people need another scabbard. They've lost a scabbard. People need a blade. This is a Hacko Berlin blade. It's a nice blade, but this whole thing's been messed with. So I can't sell it because it's a parts dagger. So I'll sell the scabbard, I'll sell the guard, I'll sell the blade. Other than that, I won't sell it. These two here, so this is a Puma, and according to the book, that's a rarity scale of 7, if I remember correctly. And if we go to and I'll flip the other one over. This is a von Brosi Steinberg. And if you go to the book and look at the makers, which I bookmarked so that I could find it easy. Brosi Steinberg is a rarity scale of 8, and they made approximately 1,000 pieces. Then you go to the Puma, which of course I'm reading upside down, so I gotta find it. Starts under P. P. It's probably right. Oh, right here. Rarity scale of 6. They made approximately 17,000 of them. Then you go to the Hacko Berlin, which is the one that's been messed with, unfortunately. And that is a rarity scale of 5. They made 12,000. They're not rare. They're a nice dagger, but they're not rare. So that's a brief overview of SA daggers. You do have to be careful about the parts ones. People have been messing with them for years. Pay attention to the screws, pay attention to the paint or anodize. It's fine. They're pretty straightforward, but you still have to be careful with them, just so you don't get burned. It's easier to be straight with people, but not everybody is. Anyways, that's it. For items like this, check my website, Military Antiques Toronto. Follow us on YouTube or Facebook, whichever, Military Antiques TO. See some of the stuff we keep posting because we keep buying and buying and buying. That's it. Have a nice day. Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye.